Hello students and friends. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about the types of chemical reactions which comes under the first chapter, chemical reactions and equations of the cbse science textbook. This lecture is going to be in English for the benefit of those students who are not comfortable with Hindi, and those students who can understand both the languages can also follow this lecture. So there are different types of chemical reactions, particularly in inorganic chemistry. We are not talking about the organic reactions. These inorganic reactions can be classified into five major types: combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement, and oxidation and reduction. Combination reaction happens when two reactants combine to give one product. Now, for example, here the two reactants are hydrogen and oxygen. They combine and they give you one product, water. So this is an example of combination reaction. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Manoj Varma. I live in Mumbai and I have 30 years of teaching experience in chemistry. I've taught national as well as international boards, and I want to share my knowledge with you. Thanks a lot. So now, even this is an example of combination where carbon combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Two reactants combine to form one product, or two elements combine to form one molecule. There can be two molecules also which form one larger molecule. For example, calcium oxide is a molecule and it combines with water to form calcium hydroxide. Here by the side, I have written the formulae of the ions which are there in these formulae so that you understand the formula, that why it is CaOH twice, because OH is -1 and Ca is +2. So we interchange the valency and get the formula that you already must be knowing. Calcium oxide is the oxide radical, O-2. So those reactions in which heat is liberated are called exothermic reactions. So this is also an example of exothermic reaction. This is a reaction in which the calcium hydroxide combines with carbon dioxide to form calcium carbonate and water. Here the two ions are calcium and carbonates, and this reaction is given in your textbook. This is not an example of a combination reaction. This is just a side reaction given in your textbook. Combustion reaction like methane burns in oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water and heat is liberated is an example of exothermic reaction because heat is liberated. So when glucose this is not called combustion because here it is taking place inside of our body. So this is called oxidation. Glucose on oxidation gives you carbon dioxide and water, and heat is related, which provides us with all the energy that our body needs to perform the various body functions. Similarly, this also is an example of oxidation reaction. Then oxidation as well as combination, because here two elements combine to form one larger compound. Decomposition reactions are those in which it is just the reverse. One reactant gives many products, and they are generally endothermic because heat is absorbed in these reactions, like ferrous sulfate on heating decomposes to give ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide, and sulfur trioxide. These are the gas with the smell of burning sulfur. These are the ions which I have written here on the right side to help you understand why these formulas are written in this way. This you don't have to write down in your exam. This is only for your understanding. Sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur trioxide, these are the covalent compounds, so they do not contain any ions. Calcium carbonate on heating decomposes to give you calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. This is also example of thermal decomposition. Lead nitrate gives you lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. Nitrogen dioxide and oxygen are covalent compounds. This is an ionic compound. Nitrogen dioxide is a brown colored gas or fumes. When we say fumes, it only means a gas that can be easily condensed. And lead nitrate also has a nitrate radical, so Pb2 plus NO3 minus, and therefore the formula will be PbNO3 the whole twice. So this way you can understand the formula. Electrolytic decomposition of water is also example of a decomposition reaction. Hydrogen and oxygen gases are produced in the ratio of 2:1, but water should be acidified because water by itself, pure water, is a poor conductor of electricity. So we need to acidify it before we can decompose it by electrical current. Photolytic decomposition is the decomposition which takes place in the presence of sunlight, and silver chloride decomposes to give you silver and chlorine gas. Remember, when we say Cl minus, it's chloride, but when we say Cl2, it's chlorine. In the same way, silver bromide can decompose to give silver and bromine. Displacement reactions are those in which a metal, more reactive metal, displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. So iron is a more reactive metal than copper, so iron displaces copper from a solution of copper sulfate, and similarly zinc and lead can displace copper from their salts. So these are the examples of displacement reactions. These are the ions which are present in the formulae to help you understand the formula. In a double displacement reaction, uh, both the reactants are ionic compounds and they are salts like sodium sulfate, barium chloride. They both are ionic compounds, both are salts, and both are in a solution form. When they are mixed, their ions get interchanged, and therefore you will get barium sulfate and sodium chloride, and barium sulfate being insoluble forms a white precipitate. Those reactions in which any precipitate is formed is also called a precipitation reaction. These are some more examples of precipitation reactions. Oxidation and reduction always occur together because oxidation cannot occur and reduction cannot occur only on their own. So they always occur together. Oxidation is the addition of oxygen or the removal of hydrogen. Reason being that oxygen is negative in nature and hydrogen is positive in nature. Therefore, the addition of oxygen is similar to the removal of hydrogen. Opposite definition is applicable for reduction. So these are the examples of redox reactions. Here, copper oxide reacts with hydrogen to give copper and water. From copper oxide to copper, it is reduction because oxygen is removed, and from hydrogen to water, it is oxidation because oxygen is added. In the same way, you can understand these two oxidation and reduction reactions. In reduction, oxygen is removed, and in oxidation, hydrogen is removed. So hope you understood a short uh, analysis of your chapter of the different types of reactions, and I hope it would have helped you to revise all your previous concepts, and you would have got some more insight into these reactions, particularly the formulae of the ions which are being used to write their formulae. And if you understood and enjoyed this lecture, please like the video and share it with your friends. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again in the next video.